What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Locked On Sharks, the premier hockey podcast covering your favorite team in the Bay. I'm your host, Kyle Demetrius. Back with me, as always, is JD, the Jonas Donskoy to my William Eklund. You see, because they're promising young players who get benched by coaches who are living in the 1980s. God.
You're Locked On Sharks, your daily podcast on the San Jose Sharks. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Oh, now I'm sad.
Yo, well, you should be. What the hell are we doing? Not we, him. It doesn't make any sense. I don't care that William Eklund is in his fifth game. That shouldn't matter that he's in his fifth game.
No,
there was at least three plays where you see him make a deceptive move and then spring a play. He sprung somebody for basically a breakaway. And
He sprung Hurdle twice. So Hurdle on a nice breakaway, he was all in, and Hurdle just wasn't able to deke UC Saros. And then another one where he sprung Hurdle, and Hurdle tried to do his best Timo Meier impression where he just bullets in that and he draws a penalty. And then
the last one was a 2-on-1, right?
Yeah, then there was a 2-on-1 with the Lord Jasper, and then he was playing with Barabanov at that point, and the defense made a good play to block the Weatherby from getting the shot or the pass across. But yeah, he does great things all the time.
It doesn't make he makes a couple soft passes in the neutral zone, and then he's benched. And if you don't play the last 4 minutes of the game and you get taken off the line, that's a call to benching. There's just
maybe
no
he had to tie his shoes.
His skates? Yeah. Maybe he had to take a shit. No.
He went full Gaudreau. Had to go out. He had to go to the bathroom.
Also, Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Why do we have to do this? Why do we have to pretend that there's some invisible barrier for rookies, that they have to be goddamn Connor McDavid out of the gates when they don't have to be? We were just subjected to whatever that shit Brent Burns was doing tonight for 27 goddamn minutes. He played 27 minutes and was useless.
Bad tonight. He was so bad.
Erik Karlsson played 21. Why not balance that out a little bit? Give it to somebody else. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know why. Again, we just went through this in the summer with Kane where there's no accountability. I know that was off-ice stuff and stuff, but there should be on-ice accountability. There's none. There's zero. William Eklund gets benched for Alexander Barabanov. What the hell did he do? Kevin Labank's up on the second line. Great. Awesome. He's been playing pretty well.
Yeah.
Keep Eklund there. Eklund played the eighth most minutes tonight. The only people he were above were Cogliano, who got hurt. And then he was barely above because they were all in. He played 14 something, and they were all in the 13s. Was Nieto, Rudy, and Bonino.
Mm-hmm.
And he played 40 seconds more than most of them. So he's clearly out of the top six there. He played less than Barabanov, who's the 13th forward coming into the season. I just don't understand why we have to take this rookie who clearly has all the offensive skill and he's finding his way and chop his leash down to 3 inches and then be like, well, you're benched. Okay, great. I understand you want to bench him for a game, sit him down, talk to him, and be like, look, you've been playing a lot. You're after your first back-to-back. Work on some stuff. He came out of the gates in the first period and looked great. Looked like he had taken a lot of stuff in it.
Yep.
He eased into the game into the second period, and then he makes a couple passes, and he gets benched for 4 minutes. And then he's on the fourth line. Oh, and by the way, to start the period, he started on the fourth line, and guess what? They had a scoring chance instantly.
Yep.
Oh, my God. Imagine that. This is the slippery slope we talked about yesterday, where as soon as you start tinkering with something like that, it's done. And the bigger thing here is it's not like the Sharks were playing really well. The Sharks
were bad.
Tired.
Yes.
Sharks are tired. And it's the end of a long game, long road trip. There was a back-to-back. They played at 10 in the morning on Sunday. It's not an ideal thing. UC Saros is good. It was just not a great game from anybody involved. Why does he have to why
is he the one taking the fall?
Yeah. Yes, exactly. What are we doing here?
Especially again when you saw Brent Burns just sliding all over the ice, several icing plays from Brent Burns. I get it. Brent Burns has earned more than William Eklund has,
for sure.
But at some point, I get, like you said, why isn't Karlsson not playing more? Why is
Radim Šimik still in the game? Where's Hataka?
Don't
you think Hataka's fresh legs would have been nice?
when Hataka's not on screen, the content boys are just going to be asking, "Where's Hataka? Where's Hataka?"
Yeah.
But seriously, it's like that's it. And I know you're trying to scratch some offense and stuff, but clearly, and mixing the lines or whatever. Like if you're trying to mix lines and stuff like that, I get that. I mean, and LeBanc earned his promotion to the second line. He's been playing really well, But like, yeah, Eklund, like again, he has one soft pass, and it's not like he's the only one out there who's just doing bad stuff. Like that's
it was
that's a frustrating
sloppy
part.
all around. But he's out there, he's on his own blue line and does a feint into his own zone, and then back skates to like towards the boards and busts out of the zone and springs somebody at the other blue line for an offensive zone chance. No,
who else is doing that?
Aren't doing that. That's what I
Yes.
mean. Like, put Dahlén, Couture, Meier aside because that line is hot fire. And
We'll get
Hurdle
to them.
is
Yes.
Hurdle's the best forward on this team. Well, Meier's making a case for it, but Hurdle's the best forward on the team. Outside those four guys, nobody's making that play. Like, we love Rudy, but like he's not making that play. Barabanov's not making that play. The Lord not making that play. Bonino, Cogliano, Nieto, they're not. And I just don't understand why we have to snip his leash down to nothing, because we're gonna go into Thursday. And they're going to be like, wow, I think he didn't really play well, didn't respond well. We're going to have to sit him down again. And we're going to be like, what are we doing? Why draft him if you're going to do this? Like, it's so frustrating to see the same stuff happen over and over and over again from coaches who can't get out of their own freaking way. Like, is it time to talk about Built Bars yet?
Before we get to Built Bars, let's talk about the hot fire that is Timo Couture and Dahlén. So that line right now is freaking driving the bus. Like they're amazing. They're amazing. And Timo has started this season just on fire. Dahlén got robbed again tonight from not getting a goal. That's a couple now that he could have had. And yeah, Couture, we were worried about, is Couture going to be able to return to form? And Couture's been.
It probably helps that Timo and Dahlén are just balling their asses off.
Yeah, which is fine.
I mean, he's not dragging them down.
Yeah, he's not having to drag LeBanc and whomever else that he will on that line. So yeah, it's been great to see these guys come out, and especially like in that third period when they needed a goal, like those guys every time they were on the ice, they were doing stuff and making stuff happen. So yeah, that is one positive thing. But now that this road trip is over, the guys need to refuel. Kyle, where do you think they should do to help kind of get their energy ready for another a game on Thursday?
Built Bars. I'm just so angry. Not at Built Bars. Built Bars are great.
Yes,
they have a lot of different flavors. We haven't got some in recently. Come on, Built Bar, give us more. I'm hungry.
We just got some like 2 weeks ago.
I want more. Give us more. We're doing a good job with these ad reads. Coconut. I want coconut. Give us coconut. I would like a mixed box of coconut and cookies and cream, please. That is my request. But if you don't like those flavors, you have mint brownie, double chocolate, salted caramel, strawberry, whatever your flavor it is. Doesn't matter what you like, because if you don't know what you like, you can get a mixed box where they give you 2 of each. Or you can just order a box of the one you want. Maybe you're like JD and you love Cherry Barcia. You love puns. You're a dad. You thrive. Your life fuels puns. Cherry Barcia just you can feel it down in your plums how good that one is. And it's your favorite. Order a box of those. And the good thing is that they're healthy, because they're 17 to 18 grams of protein. Calories range from 130 to 180 per bar. 4 to 5 grams of sugar. 4 to 5 grams of net carbs. And they taste like chocolate bars, which means that you're getting a healthy, but it feels like you're eating unhealthy, which is always good. That's what you want to do. Trick your brain. So order today, and when you get it, you'll see the U.S. track and field team logo on there, because Built Bar is the official protein bar of the team. So go to Built.com and use the promo code LOCKED15, and you'll get 15% off your order. Use promo code LOCKED15 for 15% off at Built.com. If they touch Jonathan Dahlén on that line, I am raging. I am breaking my laptop.
No, they can't. They can't move.
Doesn't matter. Do what you want. YOLO. Play 27 minutes a night, even though you can't make a pass. Like, I wonder if I'm still blocked by Brent Burns on Twitter. I don't even know.
Okay. So natural stat trick. They loaded up. So the Dahlén.
So I want to see. Yes, go ahead.
The Dahlén Couture Meier line played almost 12 minutes. Corsi 4, 20. Corsi allowed 6 for a whopping 77% Corsi 4. So that means
that's good.
Yeah. Shots 4, 10. Shots allowed 3. Oh my goodness.
And is that including power play? Or is that just even strength?
That's just 5-on-5, buddy.
Because on the power play, Jonathan Dahlén was calling for the passes constantly on the right wall, and his stick was like way up here in the air, just like waggling around. He's like, he ripped one right in a buddy's like butt, like pant area, and I was like, oh man, he was loose with it. I really love Jonathan Dahlén. I
love the way the power play is structured now with the, they have Burns and Carlson at the top running it, but like both guys on the side there where it's, it's like Dahlén and they'll be like Dahlén, Logan Couture, and like just the ability for those guys, like, okay, we're just going to rip one-timers, or if not, we're just going to try to pass it to the slot and stuff like that. And it's just constant. Like, we're going to just keep going. And instead of this, like, pass, let's make another pass here.
I like the little touch passes they're putting into the slot too.
Yeah.
I think that helps with Eklund and Dahlén's creativity and stuff like that, where they're putting them in there. And obviously that manifests itself to Timo and Hurdle and stuff like that, where you're doing that. The power play getting into the zone is shite still.
Yeah.
If I see one more Erik Karlsson blazing up at full speed, turning around at the red line and drop passing it so everybody stands still, I hate that. It's called like a Buffalo cutback or something. I don't know. It got in vogue a couple years ago so that you have basically you push the defenders back to like where their blue line is basically, and then you drop it for the guy coming up with speed. Now you have a guy coming with more speed and you're like 5 wide coming into the blue line. But it doesn't work that way anymore because the drop passes are slow and distant. You got to do it way faster, but I hate it. I'm just like, you'd think that you would just let Brent Burns and Erik Karlsson go for a skate.
Especially Erik Karlsson too, who can, he can maneuver through a phone booth. Like he did that in the defensive zone earlier.
It's so nice every time when he's like,
but
see you later.
Just let him do that. Like let him find the way in there, and then especially, or if you have to dump it, like this team is such a dump and chase team anyway. Like let them go get it. Like that, they've proven that they've been able to go get the puck and stuff. But yeah. The draw pass, it's killing me too.
Got to stop. But once they're in there, I like what they're doing. And
once they get set up,
they have the Eklund got bumped off for Barabanov, and then Barabanov came back.
They kept trading.
Get a clue.
The whole our national nightmares continues now. But
why? I just don't understand why we have to do this. Like. You send William Eklund to the press box and you're putting in like Jonah Gajovic. Great. Awesome. Now you're adding more fourth liners to your goddamn team. That's not going to be competitive anyway. As much as we love their start, they're still a middling team. Unless they can somehow like, I do got to say that they're better than I expected because they always battle, but they're still not the Avalanche or something like that. So they need all the skill they can have, but like you take them out now. Who's coming in? Lane Pedersen? Like why? Why start him in the NHL then if you're going to do this? Like he looked perfectly great in the first game, looked down for a couple games, came back, looked really great tonight other than those couple soft passes, and now we're all loosey-goosey. And has Bob said anything?
I haven't seen. So also here, so even the Eklund Hurdle LeBanc line. So they played shade under 7 minutes total. Again, this is from Natural Stat Trick. So their Corsi 6 events, Corsi allowed 5. So they were plus in the Corsi, right? They outshot the Preds 4-2 during that time. So yeah, it's like maybe, let them, I know you're trying to spark offense, quote unquote, but like, they had 40% of the high, they gave up more high danger chances, but like they had high danger chances too. So it's not like they're just, being out there and doing nothing. So
yeah. What did, so Boughner actually has said something about Eklund. Boughner on Eklund, quote, I thought he was good early. As the game went on, there wasn't a lot of room out there. Parentheses, Nashville's a pretty heavy team. I thought he did okay, though. It's a lot to ask, and it's a heavy league here. Why can't Coach just speak like a normal person? But anyway.
He did. Couture also talked on Dahlén. When I saw him on captain's ice before camp, I told Doug, this kid's going to be a player. He's so smart with the puck, the way he can see the ice and move his feet. I said, give me a chance with him. I want to play with him.
Good. Perfect. I love that.
Yes.
Couture was asked about fatigue, and he said, no, we're 6 games into the season. Fatigue's an issue. We've got bigger issues. Come on, bro. You can admit that like your first road trip is going to take a little gas out of you because you look tired.
Yeah,
It's natural. Like, people didn't ask you about fatigue. Like if you're tired, like tired. Like, obviously, you came into the game after a road trip. Like, you're going to be
Yeah.
tired. Like, traveling takes it out of you. So, Boughner also in the big picture says he's trying to see the positives of his group. If he's trying to see the positives and can't actually see them, then we've got larger issues here, Bob, because there's a lot of positives to take for this team. Quote, it's early in the season. We're 4-2 after playing 5 out of 6 on the road. It's a pretty good spot to be in coming home for 5 games. No shit. That Eklund quote is annoying, though.
Yeah. That's
You know how you beat a heavy team?
skill.
And you have the puck.
Yeah.
You make them pay.
Yeah.
This is probably slow. But no. We have to bench him.
Yeah. It's tough. So
What do we got next? Rock
What's
Auto, DirecTV.
Let's go.
What are we shilling for?
Our good friends over at Bet Online.
Oh, nice. Gambling. Can we gamble on it? William Eklund being benched for the next game?
I don't think so. But if any place would have it, it would be Bet Online. So they're back and better than ever with a new web interface for the start of basketball season and more props, odds, and lines than ever before. Bet Online remains your number one spot for all basketball and football action this season. Head over to their new updated desktop or mobile website to sign up today and receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Just use promo code LOCKEDON to receive your bonus. From basketball, football, baseball, World Series, NHL, boxing, UFC, right to your favorite Vegas casino games. Don't wait to take advantage of all the amazing offers available for the 2021 series. BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to bet on all your favorite sports. BetOnline, where the game starts. You know what's really nice?
What?
James Reimer.
Sausage Daddy. I was going to bring him up before we started chilling. You take it away.
I mean, the first, Matthew Shane, who we talk shit about, and somebody sent us a message on Instagram saying that goal was because we talked shit about Matthew Shane. But like, it's just so nice to have competent goaltending. Like, if this was Martin Jones, this game would have been 6-1 because there was a lot of, defensive breakdowns and, and stuff like that. But like, just having Sausage Daddy back there just to calm things down, and it's so great. I know people were like, why are we signing James Reimer? Like, James Reimer, this is exactly why you sign James Reimer, because it's the last game of a 5-game road trip. Again, he has seen and done it all. Like, he knows, like he
went to the Stanley Cup Finals.
Went to Stanley Cup Finals. Like, again, he has seen and done it all. So this is why you signed James Reimer.
The first goal was a long distance sniperoo.
Yeah,
but he was in
Matthew
position.
Shane, who can do that? Yes.
Yeah, and he was in position, which is nice. I still have a little bit of PTSD from Martin Jones just sliding off into another continent, or doing one of these.
Yeah,
and is going in. The second goal was the wacky waving and fireball tube man.
Yes.
The second goal was
that was a nice play.
He was screened.
Yeah.
Ferraro's big old booty was in this when it's the back screen or the back shot. You can looking down the ice. It's Ferraro's big old booty. He did hit it with his glove though. Actually, I was surprised because it went under Ferraro's leg. Kind of bad luck goal. The Sharks weren't playing great, so that's gonna happen. But then he bailed him out. There was a play where Jonathan Dahlén got robbed, and then they went back the other way for a Philip Tomasino breakaway.
Yeah,
and he still
even at the end of the power play when it was a 2-on-1 there. Like again.
Mm-hmm.
Martin Jones is not making those saves, buddy.
No, Martin Jones. Oh man, Martin Reimer, James Jones. We fly high, no lie. Man, that's a good reference. That's a good song. Ballin' is so good. Were you a rap guy?
No, not a rap guy.
Oh man, Ballin', we fly high. I'll send it to you. You'll like it. You probably won't, but whatever. James Reimer kept them in the game, and the thing that with this Sharks team that's different, I think, too, with the other ones is that. Yeah, they look tired, and we're upset about William Eklund and stuff like that. But they keep battling. There's no quitting. Like last year, they would have folded up the tent and been like, "Well, we're down 2-0. Deuces. Gotta hit the casino. We're out of here. Back to California.
But gotta hit the casino. Tough look there, buddy.
Oh, screw that guy. I didn't even mean that, but yeah, Nashville isn't famous for their casinos. But they battle, and then Timo Meier gets knocked down. I love that Timo's lying on the ice, and the play's like going on around him, and then the puck comes to him. He's like, "Oh, okay, sweet," and like pulls it off and goes with the backhand. They're always battling. The empty net goal was unlucky because Buddy just cleared it from in front of the net. He just like literally swatted it, and it went in, which is fine. But They're at no point in the game. So it's 2-0. And at no point was I like, wow, this is going to be a blowout. I was like, man, the Sharks can stay in this.
Yeah.
James Reimer made a couple saves and stuff. And I was like, okay, they're in this. They're in this. And they started battling and stuff. I was like, they look tired. Their sea legs were completely gone.
Mhm.
So that was concerning. And I was like, yeah, the Predators might end up winning like 4-0 or something like that. But it won't be a 4-0 blowout where we pack it in and you and I are messaging each other at end of the second being like, should we start recording now?
Yes.
There's like a palpable fight to this team. They seem to want to battle with each other and play for each other and continue fighting in games and getting points. I don't know if that's a symptom of being 4-0 or 4-2 now, or if that's just the new Sharks that we're used to. But I really like what they've kind of been doing in their compete levels. Oh my God, I sound like a coach.
Oh yeah, total cliche there. They get to the corners, battle hard, et cetera, full 200-foot game. But no, for real, this is especially the last 2 years where it's just the fight has been easily knocked out of this team, and I think that's a tribute to some of these young guys who are coming in. Your Jasper Weatherby's, your Eklunds, and even like your Rudies and stuff like that. And just again, like we talked about all summer long, where you don't have to worry about like, oh, we screwed up, Martin Jones is just gonna like not do anything. Like having competent goaltending just provides you with so much more confidence where you can kind of play freer and looser, where you realize, like if I make a mistake, someone's going to be able to help me out here, and it's not just going to turn into a total shit show that we've seen before. So yeah, it sucks that they lost. This is kind of, again, it's the last game of a long road trip. So
but they're 4-2.
They're 4-2, which is, if you had told me at the beginning of the season they're going to be 4-2 with a 3-2 on a road trip, like with wins over Toronto, and like I would.
Yeah, the win over Toronto was nice.
Yeah,
they beat one of the two good teams they played. Well, the two really good teams, I should say.
Yeah, and it was a 1-goal game against Boston and a 1-goal game against Nashville. Like it's not, yeah.
Yep,
So.
and they blew out the Habs. They beat the Sens and they beat the Jets. Another quote just rolled in here. Boughner on Reimer and Hill's work so far this season. I quote. That's really encouraging for this team that we have reliable goaltending. End quote. It's just so funny that like it's just so funny because like Martin Jones is a perfectly fine guy, and he took the Sharks to the Stanley Cup final. Well, he's part of that team. He just didn't have it. He just wasn't it after, and it's just so funny that it's such an open secret. It's like, man, we got to get rid of this guy. But I think there's lots of positive things to be looking forward to. You got the Dahlén Couture Meier line that's just absolutely balling out. Dahlén coming in as a rookie and looking like a beast. He had another point again tonight.
Yep.
Looking like a beast. And Timo in a contract year. That line is awesome. That's really good. Hurdle looks like an absolute animal. He is so good still. I think Eklund's start has been encouraging. He's been a little bit invisible stuff, but it's early in his career. That's going to happen. They just got to make sure that they don't panic and do weird stuff and let him get through it. He's going to be good. So I like that. I really like the third line with Bonino has really settled down that line no matter what his partner's on. The LeBanc with him was obviously much better. That third line, Lord Jasper coming in and holding it down on the fourth line, Cogliano settling it down. I really like that. The goalies are encouraging. Jacob Middleton not being a car crash, encouraging until Knyzhov gets back. Erik Karlsson's return to form for the most part, encouraging.
Where is it?
Lots of good stuff to talk about. Like there's gonna be lots of stuff. I know that this episode I was not gonna put this evil on JD.
Yeah.
I know that I was fired up and stuff like that, but it's just because I think we've seen this movie before in this slippery slope, and we just don't want it to happen again. So lots of positive stuff, and I'm sure we'll talk more positives as the week goes on, and the Sharks are probably going to beat up on the Habs because the Habs haven't won in San Jose since like 1999 or something like that. It's really strange. It's really deep. So yeah, any final thoughts from the Jerry Springer final thoughts?
No, again, it's I know losing 2 in a row is kind of disappointing, but again, like you said, it's a big picture. This team is way more exciting and more fun than we thought they would be, and again, a 5-game road trip to start the season is tough. And now they have 5 games at home. So here's where they can really start to make some hay.
Who's the schedule? You have the schedule up there? I know they play Montreal on Thursday. Who are bad?
They are poo-poo platter. So they play Montreal. Let's pull up the full schedule here.
That would help.
Montreal, Winnipeg, Buffalo, St. Louis, New Jersey. So they have a good chance here to really kind of
So
stack some more
Buffalo,
wins.
Winnipeg, Montreal are all winnable.
Yep.
All winnable. St. Louis is going to be a tough game. New
Yeah.
Jersey, also winnable, but New Jersey's got off to a hot start.
Yeah.
I
So
think they have.
yeah. So I think looking at a worst case 3-2 or 4-1.
Yeah, if they finish the 5-game homestand 3-2 and they are now 7-4, boy, we are cooking with gas.
Yeah, because after that they've got they have another 5-game road trip at Calgary, at Winnipeg, at Colorado, at Minnesota, and then at St. Louis. So
okay, so they gotta get their
they got some
they gotta make some hay,
and then they have Washington and Carolina after that. So they've got
to make their hay now.
Yep.
Get some wins, bank some wins, which they've been doing. Can't complain. So lots of good stuff. Lots of positive stuff. We're having fun. Can you tell we're having fun?
We are. Tomorrow's episode is gonna be really fun because we're gonna take a little snapshot at all the rookies' season so far and how they're doing. So
a sneak preview: Santeri Hitaka.
Where's Hitaka? Where's Hitaka?
We should Photoshop him. Oh, Photoshop him on Poochie. Yes. And we can put that out in the world tomorrow.
Where's Hitaka?
You just saw how the sausage was made, YouTube subscribers and podcast listeners. You heard how the sausage was made. This is what we do when there's games and stuff. We just come up with it on the fly.
Yeah.
I still like William Eklund and Thomas Hurdle's The Creation of Man or whatever.
Yeah.
That was a good one. But
drafts are for nerds. We'll let it fly.
We just fired it in the universe, baby.
Yep.
Snapping necks and cashing checks. If you'd like to help us cash more checks, please subscribe on YouTube. Locked On Sharks. Twitter doesn't really help us cash checks, but I mean, it's nice. We're over 1,100 followers now, which is kind of neat that 1,100 people care what comes out of our mouths. It's really cool that you can tell which one of us, which content boy is tweeting that night.
Yes.
It's very painfully obvious, which is awesome. Different brands, all under one roof. That's Locked On Sharks on Twitter. Facebook, Instagram, if you get your social media and stuff there, please go there and check it out. JD puts up all of our stuff. I think he's putting up the memes this year too, which is nice.
Yeah, the select memes.
Yeah, the Eklund Teletubbies, baby.
Yeah, that one, the Aiden Hill as the mountain. Yeah.
Oh, that's good too. We need to come up with a Lord one. We haven't found a good Regal.
Oh, I think I got.
Okay,
we'll talk. Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk offline.
Yes.
Email, we haven't got one in a while. Thank you for your service. LockedOnSharks@gmail.com. If you'd like to order one of JD's stickers, you can do that at his Etsy shop. He tweets about it all the time, so you can go to his Twitter, which is myfryhole.
If you want to ask Kyle about the pains of waiting in line for a hat, please find him at Kyle Demetrius.
30 minutes at Valley Village. The VV Boutique needed more cashiers today. My costume is going to be dope. I'm going as a spring breaker.
Ooh.
So I'm wearing a pink and green visor, upside down and backwards.
Nice.
I have the Pit Viper glasses, like the speed dealer glasses.
Yep.
I have those guys. I have a baby blue with big pink flamingos on it. Short sleeve dress shirt. Gonna wear a wife beater underneath. Keep it unbuttoned pretty far down.
Yeah.
I have a pink lei. I have orange sweat shorts, a fanny pack. And then because we're doing a tour, like a house crawl, I was gonna wear thongs, flip flops.
Maybe a little chilly.
I'm gonna wear it. Well, it's also not comfortable, so I'm gonna wear my runners. But yeah, that's my costume. I'm a spring breaker. Also, possibly could just be a drug dealer.
Yes. A little bit of column A.
I will be steering clear of all police officers that night.
For work, we are all dressing. Our whole department is dressing like the Wacky Wave inflatable 2 people. So we all have like the costume, like the blow up costumes and stuff like that. So I will not be wearing that to take the boys trick or treating. I'll probably just be in jeans and a sweatshirt as the boys are getting dressed up for Halloween. So
in college, we used to call that the recession costumes. We painted a bunch of t-shirts that said "This is my costume."
Yeah,
and it said like recession on it. But anyway, I got nothing else.
Thank you for making us your first listen. Go listen to one of the other NHL shows or Locked On Warriors or something like that.
Locked On A's,
Locked On Giants,
Locked On Raiders. Just kidding.
Oh, Locked On Niners, who I'm sure they're just sad about Jimmy G constantly. So, or the fancy hockey, good stuff there too. So, we'll be back tomorrow with a rookie, all rookies all day long. Where's Hitaka?
Bye, friends.